Hello. My lord is jousting tomorrow, so everything's got to be just right. It's going to take me forever. Shame, because I heard a really good story last night. Oh, I'll tell you anyway. This is a story about what happened when the devil went on holiday. So, the devil was bored in hell, and he decided that he was going to have a holiday and go up to the surface and see what mischief he could make. So, he started walking. As he was walking along, he caught sight of his reflection in a puddle. Now, the devil strikes quite a distinctive figure, what with his horns, his red skin, his black hair, and of course his goat legs ending in a couple of little cloven hooves, and his tail. I think I might be recognised, said the devil. I'm going to need some sort of disguise. As he got close to a town, he glanced ahead and he saw a pair of scissors hanging up outside a house. He knew that meant that was a tailor's. So he went along and he knocked on the door. Sure enough, the tailor came to the door. Can I help you? He said. Yes, said the devil. I'd like a cloak. I want a cloak that reaches all the way down to the ground, and then a hood that goes right over my head. Hang on a second, said the tailor. Horns, red skin, black shaggy hair, goat's legs, cloven hooves and a tail. I know you. You are the devil. I'm not helping you. The devil reached behind his back and produced a great big leather bag. He opened the bag so that the tailor could see inside the glint and the gleam of hundreds of gold coins. If you make me a cloak, as I have asked you, said the devil, I will give you this bag. Well, the tailor thought about it. With all that gold he could buy a lot of cloth. He could make his fortune. Oh, all right, said the tailor to the devil. Come in before anyone sees you. And with that the devil walked into the tailor's shop. The devil did the bag of gold up and set it down on the tailor's counter, and the tailor went and got his measuring stick, his scissors, his needle and thread, and a very fine bolt of black cloth. Now, it didn't take the tailor long before he had fashioned a very, very fine cloak for the devil. The devil tried it on, wrapped it round himself. This will do very nicely, said the devil. Thank you very much, Master Tailor. And with that the devil went to the door. See you soon, said the devil. And he went. The tailor wasn't even listening. The tailor, he'd gone to the counter and he was opening up the bag of gold. And when he opened it and looked inside, what did he find? Dust, dirt, cobwebs. He had tried to make a bargain with the devil, and you cannot bargain with the devil. The devil, in the meantime, had tricked his way into a fine new cloak, so he was very happy with things. He continued to walk along, but by now he'd been walking for quite a while and he was feeling hungry and thirsty. So when he looked ahead and saw the sign for an inn, he thought to himself, oh, I'll pop in there, get myself a bite to eat and something to wet my whistle. And so he did. He went to the door of the inn and he knocked. The innkeeper came to the door and greeted him. Come in, stranger, he said. I've not seen you around these parts before. No, said the devil. I'm just passing through. innkeeper said to the devil, "Come in, sir. Sit yourself down by the fire. I'll go and get you a drink. But before I do, let me take your cloak from you." And with that, the devil handed over his cloak. Of course, as soon as he did, the innkeeper looked at him. "Hang on," said the innkeeper. "I know you. Horns, black hair, red skin, goat legs ending in a couple of cloven hooves, and a tail. You're the devil. I'm not serving you." "Ah," said the devil. And he reached behind his back and produced a great leather bag, which he opened, so that the innkeeper could see the glint and the gleam of hundreds of gold coins. "What if I was to offer you this? Would that change your mind?" "All right," said the innkeeper. "Go and sit down over there by the fire and keep yourself quiet." The devil put the bag down on the counter, and the innkeeper went behind and found a pie and then poured a cup of ale, which he gave to the devil. The devil threw both the pie and the ale down his throat in an instant. He stood up, took up his cloak, wrapped himself. "Thank you very much, Master Innkeeper," he said. "I shall be on my way." And with that he went to the door. "See you soon," said the devil. And he was on his way. Of course, the innkeeper wasn't even listening. He'd already gone to the counter to open the bag of gold. But when he opened the bag, what did he find? Dust, dirt, cobwebs. For the innkeeper had tried to make the devil's bargain, and you cannot bargain with the devil. So now, with a fine cloak and feeling refreshed, the devil was up for more mischief. But it had been quite a long walk from hell. So the devil thought to himself, what I need is a pair of shoes. A pair of dainty little horseshoes for my little cloven hooves. And so the devil listened out. Now what he was listening for was the sound of a hammer being struck against an anvil, because that would let him know where the blacksmith was. And sure enough, he heard the sound of a hammer being rhythmically brought down on a piece of metal that was being hammered into shape on an anvil. So the devil made his way to the forge. When he got there, he knocked on the door. The door opened. White-haired old man peered out. "Can I help you?" "Yes," said the devil. "I would like some shoes, please." "Very well," said the white-haired old man. Take your horse round to the back of the forge and I'll get started." "Oh no," said the devil. "I don't want shoes for a horse." And he lifted up his cloak. "Hang on a second," said the old man. "Horns, red skin, black hair, goat's legs, cloven hooves, a tail? You're the devil." "Ah," said the devil, "I am indeed." And reaching behind his back, he produced a great leather bag which he opened up so that the blacksmith could see inside the glitter and gleam of many, many gold coins. "If I give you this bag, will you make me 2 shoes to fit my cloven hooves?" said the devil. The blacksmith thought to himself, "I'll tell you what," he said. I don't want your gold. If you will agree to leave me and my forge without harm when I've done, then yes, I'll make you a set of shoes, and I'll put them on for you. The devil looked at the old man. He must be a simpleton, he thought. Very well, said the devil. I agree. And with that, the blacksmith led him round to the back of the forge. Inside the forge, the blacksmith took the devil over to where there was a great iron ring in the wall. Now, said the blacksmith, if I was shoeing a horse, I would tie the horse by its bridle to this ring so it didn't feel panicked and kick me. So I shall do the same for you. Very well, said the devil, if that's what you do. So the blacksmith took a cord and bound the devil by his hands to the iron ring. Then the blacksmith went to the forge. He took 2 pieces of iron, placed them in the forge, and then he started to pump at the bellows. He pumped and he pumped and he pumped until the 2 pieces of iron in the fire were red hot. And then he took the first one out with his tongs. He placed it on the anvil, and then taking his hammer he started to beat it and beat it and beat it and beat it and beat it until it was the shape of a tiny horseshoe. Then he took his punch and he punched 4 holes in it, and then he went over to where the devil was waiting. Now, if you know anything about blacksmithing, you'll know that any good blacksmith, before they put a shoe onto a horse's hoof, will first of all plunge it into cold water to quench it. The blacksmith didn't do that. He went over to the devil, picked up one of his hooves, placed the red-hot shoe against it, and then started hammering nails into it. The devil at first felt nothing, but there was a strange smell, like burning rubbish. But then, suddenly, the pain struck him, an agony emanating up from his hoof. He started to scream and shout, but the more he screamed and shouted, the more the blacksmith hammered and hammered and hammered. So, the devil started to threaten him, telling him that he'd take him down and torture him in so many ways that the man's life would not be worth living. Didn't stop the blacksmith. He just kept hammering and hammering and hammering until all 4 nails were in place. The devil was in absolute agony. Now he started to cry and bawl like a baby. He offered the blacksmith anything he wanted: jewels, gold, silver. He offered him a wife, the most beautiful wife in the world, or if the blacksmith was married, to be rid of his wife. If he wanted children, he could have as many as he liked. He could have a palace. He could rule over a kingdom as a king. The blacksmith just went back to the forge, picked up the other piece of iron, hammered it into shape, and then came back. And as the devil was hopping from hoof to hoof, he picked up the hoof that didn't have the shoe, placed the shoe against it, and started to hammer again. And he hammered on until all 4 nails were in place. Now the devil was hopping from foot to foot. In his agony, he was enraged. Right, he said to the blacksmith. For the agony that you have caused me, I will inflict it back on you 1,000-fold. I'm going to take you with me back to my home as my honoured guest, where you will spend the rest of eternity in agony. Oh, and I will burn down your forge. Hold on, said the blacksmith. We had a bargain. You agreed that in return for me taking no payment for giving you 2 shoes, you would leave me and my forge in peace. Well, I provided you with the 2 shoes. Now you must keep your side of the bargain. The devil realized that he had been tricked. He was furious. The blacksmith came forward and took the cord from the devil's hand. "I will never, ever again enter into a place where I see a horseshoe displayed," said the devil. And with that, he hobbled off back to hell. Now the blacksmith was no ordinary blacksmith. He was in fact Saint Dunstan, who is the patron saint of all blacksmiths. And he knew the devil, and he knew of the devil's bargain, and he was not going to be fooled. That is why, if you wish for luck, good fortune, and a long life, you should find some way of hanging a horseshoe up on the front of your house, because that way, if the devil is passing by out for mischief, when he sees that horseshoe, he will leave you alone. Right. Back to work.